Let's have a quick recap of what we've gone through today. So what we have actually done is we have familiarized ourselves with the Scratch interface, and we've used some instructions or some functions from these different categories, from motion, sound, control, looks and events. We've created a script, we've run and tested it, and just to let you know, the script is what we now call an algorithm. Okay, we've applied actions to a sprite, we got it to change colour, and we've saved a file. Okay, so you've animated the sprite, you've used sounds, you've used the forever command, you've changed the way a sprite looks, and we've run and tested a script. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be creating an algorithm where the character does a little dance, a second character comments on the dance, and the first character comments back, so has something to say about what they said. What we're going to be learning to do is learning to animate a sprite by switching costumes, adding speech bubbles to a script so that they can have a conversation, and using a function called broadcast to call another script. Here we have our script again. This is our algorithm that we've created, and I need to just add on the looks section. If you have a look at the screen, I've now added the looks section, so when the spacebar is pressed the colour changes by 25. That's the sort of, on the scale of 100 it will change by like 25%. So let's have a look at our little person and let's see him doing the movements and changing colour. Whoops, okay, so there you go, we have him changing colour and also moving backwards and forwards in a dancing style, a bit like dad dancing really, but there you go. So we need to give him a little bit more of a background to dance on. It's a bit boring just having him on a white backdrop, so we're going to change the backdrop by going down to this section here, and you will see that it talks about choosing a backdrop from the library. So they've created some backdrops for us, all we've got to do is go and choose one. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to choose music and dance. What you can see is we have lots of different types of backgrounds that he is going to be on at the moment, and I'm going to choose the spotlight stage. I'm going to click on OK, and that will be applied behind him. Our little sprite is floating a little bit, so I'm just going to grab hold of him, just drag him down a little bit so that he's sitting on top of the stage. I'm going to make sure that I click on the scripts tab so that I can see my algorithm that I'm creating, and now I'm going to actually choose a new sprite to come and join my little cat. So I'm going to click on new sprite, and I'm going to choose from the people category so that I have people. What I recommend you do is that we have a character, let's for instance choose the ballerina. So I'm going to click on my ballerina and I'm going to click on OK. You can now see that my ballerina has been added, and I can move her to wherever I want her to go. I could put her in front, I could put her next to, etc. You can see at the moment she's the one I have selected. If I click on the cat, you can see the algorithm that applies to the cat. If I click on the ballerina, there's nothing there yet because we haven't given her any instructions yet. What I would like to do is have a look at this area up here which says costumes, and that will show me the different types of poses that I could get her to be in, which the computer has already configured for me. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go back to the scripts. I'll make sure that I'm on the ballerina, and I'm going to create a script just for the ballerina. So I'm going to start it off with an event, so when the green flag is clicked, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on a magical mystery tour for a minute, because I'd like you to figure out what happens if I do what I'm about to do. So I'm going to use this function first, and then I'm going to use this function, followed by this function here, and we're going to say that we want this to be repeated 10 times. So what do you think each block does, and how can I make this animation run more smoothly? When you think you know what's going to happen here, and when you've actually clicked on the green flag and seen what happens in relation to our cat and what he's doing, what I would like you to do is save this, please. So we're going to click on File. We already know that we've called this Platform, but now we're going to click on Save As. We're going to call it Platform 2, please. All right, so Platform 2.